Let's talk about BRICS. BRICS, pound BRICS, BRICS, pound BRICS, pound BRICS. Yes, this is going to have a huge impact going forward. I'm Kalila Reynolds, financial journalist and educator based in Jamaica. So BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, 5 of the fastest growing economies in the world, which some economists predict will be the new G7 by 2050. They all do trade with each other, and they are now considering developing their own currency. Now, what does this mean for you and your future and the US dollar's future and the future of the world economy and so forth? All right, well, if BRICS establish their own currency, which seems very likely, this is going to mean that the value of the US dollar will fall. The US dollar will become less valuable. Why? Well, it's all about supply and demand. So with these 5 major economies no longer relying on the US dollar, that means that there's less demand for the US dollar. So if less people want it in the world, it's now less valuable. And so the exchange rate falls, the value of the US dollar falls. Now, for us here in Jamaica and other countries that trade with the United States as well, why is this important? Well, Jamaica in particular does a lot of business with the United States through tourism being one of our largest sources of revenue, and that is how we earn US dollars. And then secondly, remittances, which is money that Jamaicans abroad send back home, that represents about 20 to 25% of GDP, the entire value of the economy. So if all these people are sending back, well, personally for you, right? Let's say you depend on remittances as a major source of your income. You depend on your family members sending back money home. If they usually send a certain amount of money, you will get Jamaican dollars in exchange. But because the value of the US dollar has fallen, you're going to end up getting less Jamaican dollars in exchange for the US dollars that they send you. You get me? So that directly impacts your pocket. And then additionally, when we talk about the money that the country itself earns from tourism or from any trade with the United States, from any exports with the United States, the US dollars that we earn will also be worth less. So let's say now we earn US dollars through exports and through tourism, and we want to spend US dollars by purchasing stuff from China or from some other country in the world. It's going to take more of those US dollars to buy the same things that we needed to buy. On the flip side, it may make imports from the United States cheaper. And you already know we import a lot of stuff from the United States. So there are pros and cons to BRICS currency for us. All this means really is that you've got to start diversifying your sources of income and diversifying even your savings and your investments, because a lot of people save in US dollars because you feel that it's a hedge against inflation or a hedge against devaluation of the Jamaican dollar. But if the US dollar is worth less, ultimately, that hedge goes away, that safety net goes away, and so you need to start diversifying those sources of those elements of your portfolio. Subscribe to my newsletter at KalilaReynolds.com/newsletter for more cool info like this.